Namaskar, Assalamu alaikum, and a very pleasant good afternoon to Telangana. The state that has made itself synonymous with India's technology ambitions. In the next few minutes, as I would be speaking to you, Indian Railways would be moving approximately 130 passenger trains across this country. It will generate close to 100 gigabytes of operational data. It will make roughly 4 million passengers based on machine-mediated decisions. So about signaling, about braking, about track integrity. And it will move about 3 lakh passengers from where they are to the place they want to be. But none of this is going to make a news. And that is precisely what AI governance at scale looks like. When it actually works, it is invisible, it is reliable, and trusted. So, as I would be speaking on this governance at scale, India's AI imperatives, let me put a sharper point on it. India is the only nation on the earth that must be simultaneously an AI producer and a governance scale AI consumer. For 1.4 billion citizens across 28 states in 22 languages and on an infrastructure that cannot be switched off even for a day. So that dual role of being the producer and the consumer, that defines our imperatives. So basically it comes down to 3 things. First is sovereignty, safety at scale, and then accountability to the citizen. So let me catch each one by one. So first imperative, that is sovereignty. For years, we have treated this sovereignty, that is AI-based sovereignty, as a slogan. But Kavach, our team of Kavach is sitting right here. ED Kavach is among us. So the Kavach has turned it into specifications. So the Kavach is India's automatic train protection system that is truly indigenous, designed and certified by RDSO in Lucknow, and technically being supervised here at Secunderabad. It is certified to safety integrity level of 4. That is the highest global level safety standard with a probability of failure of 1 in 10,000 years. So it is now operational on an over 2,746 kilometers in India, and it is fitted on approximately 6,107 locomotives till yesterday, and active at 860 stations. So riding on the backbone of 7,129 kilometers of optical fiber and 800 telecom towers, all indigenous, this is the scale which has been achieved. In this January alone, we have commissioned around 472 route kilometers of Kavach 4.0, and that is a record in a single month. So an execution velocity rarely seen in safety critical infrastructure anywhere in the world. So here is the message I want every one of us to take home: sovereign. Safety critical in AI infrastructure is not a dream, it is a working specification. And this brings me to the first question which I want to leave with every ministry, every state, every AI leader in this room what is the Kavach equivalent for your sector? For health, for power, for land records, for policing, for agriculture? Ask that question and the entire conversation about AI in governance will get sharpened. So now let us look at next imperative, that is safety at scale. Here I want to be a little bit provocative, that consumer AI that moves in 6-month cycles, but the safety critical governance AI cannot. We cannot ship a chatbot version of driverless trains. We cannot A/B test brake command on live passengers. So the Indian challenge of AI is not accuracy, it is certifiability. It is not about speed, it is accountability. So not only clever demonstrations, but it is being right 10,000 times a day at 1.4 billion of us on the condition that no important model has been trained on. So let me show you what it looks like in practice with us at Indian Railways. At RDSO, we are running 4 parallel AI programs right now that many of us may not have heard of. First is ITMS, that is Integrated Track Management System, that uses computer vision and AI to inspect rails, sleepers, and fastenings at speed, and machine eyes instead of human ones. Second is our online monitoring of rolling stock and wheel impact load detector wild. They catch defective wheels on trains and that are still moving. Third is our AI-based intrusion detection that uses distributed acoustics sensing. This is live in 141 kilometers in the northeast, and they are protecting one of our dear friends, elephants. And their tenders are out for another 1,000 kilometers. Similarly, Trinetra, that is also under development, and that gives loco pilots an augmented vision in fog and in adverse conditions. A direct passenger safety dividend, especially in northeast section of our country in the winters. So together, this is the number I want to be remembered, that these programs are the reasons for the consequential rail accidents in India that has fallen sharply from 135 in 2014-15 to just 11 in 2025-26. And that is the service level understanding of the government AI. Not likes, not clicks, but lives. Lives matter. Now, let us discuss the third imperative, that is the accountability to the citizen. Most AI dashboards in Indian governance today look impressive, but they change rarely substantial for the citizen, which the citizen can actually feel. So the measure of good governance AI is not what it shows officials on the screen. It is what it changes in the lived experience of a citizen at the station, at the hospital, at the Tehsil office, or maybe at the ration shop. So we have shown that AI video surveillance is now commissioned at 1,731 railway stations across India, and that is not just passive recording. It flags incidents, it sharpens the response time, and it protects a woman passenger traveling alone at 2 in the night. So, dear attendees, this year we have rolled out a Rail Tech Policy 2026 on 26th of February, and that opens the door for every startup, every IIT, every triple IT, including the outstanding institutions right here in Hyderabad, like IIT Hyderabad, triple IT Hyderabad, ISB, HCU, T-Hub, the WEF Center for Fourth Industrial Revolution, to co-build these systems through a single window called Real Tech Portal. And this is what accountability at scale looks like. Not just KPIs, not quarterly reports, real citizen feeling the change, and an open door for Indian innovators to help build it. So let me come to the closing part of it. Telangana has done something very outstanding and remarkable. You have made Hyderabad a magnet for AI research and startups. You have institutions here that can hold their own against anywhere in the world. But the next chapter is not about producing better models. It is not about producing better, it is about producing better governance from these models. So those three imperatives which we have seen, sovereignty, build it here, certify it here, own it here. Second, your safety at scale, governance AI for service level agreement is not in lives, not in likes, but it is in lives. And then accountability to the citizen, that is judge every AI system by what it changes for a citizen, not it shows to an officer. For Indian Railways, our fiber and radio backbone, they run from the Kashmir to Kanyakumari through Hyderabad and Secunderabad, connecting South Central Railway to the national grid. We are ready to partner with every ministry, every state, every institution in this room. So AI at scale is not a slogan for India. It is our operating condition. Let us engineer it accordingly. Thank you.